Hey guys, it's Tokyo Soda Pop. Welcome back to my channel. I'm excited, guys, because I'm giving my Gameboys movie review. Y'all know how I was about the movie. I was so excited, guys. I cannot wait to tell y'all just my opinions, what I thought. I cried, I laughed, I giggled. I split it up into 5 categories just to organize, you know, just some of the topics. And first, I would say the first category is going to be Lover's Bliss. And then we have The Invasion. Look at me like I'm a reporter. And then we have, no, like I'm on the news. And then we have The Conjuring. I'm sure y'all can know, y'all already know The Conjuring when we get there, what's that about. And then we have Pearl and the Boys. And then we have Don't Look Back. So I split up into 5 parts. And I just wanted to talk and give my review and just, you know, and things. Let's discuss, guys. I'm serving a galactic anime witch. I'm just giving you that. I'm serving, you know, my natural state. You know, I'm always dark glam, but just a, you know, natural, look, not natural, but just a, you know, anime galactic witch somewhere in the galaxy. You gotta look for me. Not in this solar system, but, but yes, guys, let's get into it. Is it dark? Is it dark? Okay, I loved how the movie started off, guys. I loved how it was giving just season 1 vibes, like times 10, because I love how Kai was streaming, doing his thing, and Gab was like posing, dancing in the background. That was just so cute to me. Kai's reaction, and he was like, "You're gonna," you know how he act. He dramatic when Gab be trying to, you know, embarrass him on his stream. He was like, "You're gonna the chat, they're gonna get turned off," you know. And I love how Gab told the chat to put hearts if you want him to kiss Kai, and that was just beautiful because the chat went crazy. And I loved how you know, maybe Kai had a little anxiety or a little nervous, worried about, you know, what the chat, his subscribers or whatever would think about that, and it was like it was the opposite effect. You know, they showed love and support, so that was beautiful. I loved how they just spent quality time together. It was beautiful. I love how Gab was like he was teaching Kai how to cook, and he put the onions making him cry. He put the little goggles on him. Just them doing chores and laundry together. Them laying together. It was just beautiful, y'all. Like, I miss Gameboys, and it really just like, it felt like the pain. I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, I was just like, ah. I also loved how Gab, you think you slick, trying to the sex, the push-up reference with Kai. And Kai was like, "Oh, you do take a bath, honey. Look, you're dirty." And I liked how when Gab got out the shower, Kai tried to play sleep. At first I was like, I know he's not asleep, but he wasn't. That was so funny, but it was cute that Gab had did the push-up, the six, you know, when he was counting the push-ups, and he said sex, when Kai said sex. I love how they put that reference in there. That was one of my favorite parts in season 1, and it was just hilarious to me, guys. Oh, I just loved it. Like, it just warmed my heart. Just, it literally like right to me, it was like where season 1 ended, the movie just picked up where season 1 ended, but like times 10. I'm talking about giving production, HBO, like it was just beyond my expectations, but how the movie started, but it just really picked up where season 1 ended, and I love that. Then oh my goodness, like we all seen the little, you know, the clip with the outside movie scene that was just hot, that was just burning, that was just burning us all up. We all seen that clip. I was like, who's at the door? Is that Aunt Susan? Somebody was knocking at the door. Is that Aunt Susan? And then when they went to the door, it was Terrence. I was like, first I was mad, like, now Terrence, I know you're not trying to ruin my baby's time. You know, I thought Terrence was in his feelings with Gab, and I thought he came to, you know, ruin something. So I was like, a little like, but he was drunk, and then later on, you know, he fell asleep, and just him having a nightmare or just what he's going through, he was just yelling like things like, Dad, you know, I'm sorry, I like boys. Mom, please don't put me out. That really just like I was just like, oh my goodness, like, and I loved how Kai was able to, you know, comfort him and Gab, but Kyle was able to comfort him and be there for him. And I feel like that takes a real one, because we know in the real world, so a lot of girls out there, they will be probably being petty, acting up, you know, won't be like that. And I thought that was beautiful that Kyle, you know, was able to console Terrence with what he was dealing with. And that just really like touched me, because I'm like, oh my goodness, like, my boo Terrence, like he was going through it, and that was just so sad, like, you know, what Terrence was going through. So that really, like, I was like, ah. And what really had another thing that Terrence did that just like made me, my heart just like, oh my goodness, when he posted if he had a superpower where he would want to just disappear, like I really felt that. And I'm like, oh my goodness, Terrence, no. And it's just like, oh, like I'm just glad that he's with Gab and Kai now, because I'm like, oh, they can just lift him up out of that, because I know how heavy that is dealing with that type of stuff. That really touched me. I was also laughing at Pearl talking about some safety before you thirst, period, Pearl. That was just hilarious to me. I also love the COVID awareness that they always put, even in season 1, how they are very, you know, just knowledgeable with COVID awareness. Like that's how season 1 started, you know, in the COVID, like, you know, they were on quarantine. I just love that you know, they even brought that in the movie, and I love that because, you know, we know a lot of girls out here that I'm not even gonna go into detail. We just know a lot of girls out here just do not take it seriously. So it's just beautiful to just see that, like, they are putting that in the movie, and I thought that was amazing. Like that's how they did season 1. You know, I love that. Kelly's killed this love. Had me gagging. His energy was beautiful when he came on the movie, and it was just, I like him. I love him. I saw how he, you know, he blocked Terrence trying to move on, but sis, you busted. Why is you still replaying Terrence's video holding on when Terrence is like, you know, anybody can fall for you? So it's like, sis, you gotta do all, you can't just can't be a fence rider. You can't do half. You gotta go all the way in. So if you're gonna block him, you should have deleted that video, because he gonna turn around and block Terrence. And I get it, trying to move on, but it was like he was holding on to something, because he had going back, watching that video, listening, anybody can fall for you, anybody can fall for you. I was like, kill this love, boo. You gonna have to do it all now. You just can't block him and still be watching him. I thought that was just like interesting to me. I also love how they always, you know, Terrence woke up before them. He was already out there running. Look, I need to be out there with them running, but look, we'll get there one day. But I love how they were all working out. And what made me laugh was when Gal was running, he ran into Wesley. And Wesley's so crazy. The way Wesley just came on there had me laughing. And you quickly saw Terrence's energy towards Wesley. He was like, you know, angry at Wesley, like, for, I guess, you know, doing him wrong. You see that when Terrence was trying to, like, Terrence was sitting down trying to watch TV, and Wesley kept like scooting next to him, and Terrence kept putting the pillow, like trying to separate them, and he just wouldn't leave Terrence alone. So I kind of caught that he was like an F-boy, you know, he just led Terrence on. And y'all, when I say, I think I might be pregnant. When Terrence had pushed Wesley up on the wall, y'all, I was like, hold on, moment of silence. 3-second moment of silence so I can just reminisce. Look, that's about 2 seconds. But baby, when Terrence had pushed Wesley on the wall and was like, is this what you want? Baby, and I was like, look, where's my fan? Where's my fan? I was like, oh, it's starting too early. It's starting too early. And he was like, let's go upstairs, honey. The way I laughed, because what's funny to me is like Terrence, like he was mad at Wesley, but he, you know, he wasn't playing. But Wesley, it's like, look, be careful what you ask for, because Wesley wanted Terrence, but honey, when Terrence got in his face, he couldn't handle it. So it's like, sis, be careful what you ask for, because you might get it. I thought that was hilarious, and Gab and Kai just behind him the whole time, just looking and giggling. I love that. That was amazing. And they go, you know, they're going to walk together, and then you get to get Wesley's side of the story. And what I love with the movie is how everyone, you know, everyone's gay, but there's different situations that each gay person is going through. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna start with Terrence. We got, you know, Terrence dealing with his dad and mom, and it seemed like he got put out and just dealing with that. And then we have Wesley, and Wesley was trying to explain to Terrence about like why he did Terrence the way he did, and you know, he was saying he was sorry, and Terrence like, you let me on, and Wesley was like, and I guess the two accounts, Wesley had two accounts on the chat or whatever, and he was trying to explain to Terrence how, you know, he's kind of in the closet, and he's kind of, you know, he doesn't like, he doesn't get the things he wants because he likes them, and he's kind of in the closet. He has two accounts. He's been this one person that's acceptable by the world. Pay attention. He's been this one person that the world will accept him, and, you know, there won't be no problems. That he can be, he said he wanted to be a doctor. He can be a doctor and not be bothered with trying to be accepted by the world, but, you know, hiding. And then his other account, you know, he wants to be with Terrence, fooling with Terrence. So that was just very interesting to me, because you get to see different gay sides, like different gay stories, and I like how they put that in the movie. Terrence explaining like he's hiding, and you know, and I know that, like, because I'm in America, I know that I may have I just got a feeling that I might have a little more freedom than my brothers and sisters in the Philippines. I may be wrong, and I caught that, like, with that situation that's most likely going on, you know, a lot over there, is that, and y'all let me know in the comments. I love y'all always, you know, but I really caught that, and I thought that was amazing that they put that in there with Terrence. Him, you know, feeling like he got to be two people just to be accepted to be a doctor, or be, you know, to have a normal life. And I just was like, wow, that like was like, look, mind blowing. And I just want to tell whoever's watching this video, if you're somebody like Terrence, be careful with doing that, because you're going to poison yourself. And when I say that, you're going to poison your spirit in a way of like, not, you know, you may think, oh, I'm hiding, and you're spending years and years of living this fake life. It's going to do something to you. And that's how I like to explain it. You know, y'all know spiritual lyrical, but you're going to poison your spirit because you're not being who you are. That's just the best way I can explain it. And it may seem like you're safe, and it may seem like you're fine, but the more time goes by, the more corrupted it's going to become, and the more, you know, problems it's going to cause. So I hope you receive that. I love you. But yes. Here comes the Conjuring. Let me just say this. I'm sorry, but Susan would not have got in their house coronavirus. Look, can I say coronavirus? I don't know if I can say that. Susan wouldn't have got in this house, COVID. Susan wouldn't have got in their house. Let me tell y'all this, because I would have immediately, look, I would immediately look out the window. Hey, you didn't call nobody, let nobody on your way. We're on lockdown. And that would have been that, y'all. Cause I was like, what would I would have done? What would I would have done? So I had thought like, oh my goodness, hey, it's good to see you, but it's not safe here. You know, we on lockdown. There's an Uber about to pull up and take you to the next hotel up the way. I wouldn't even dealt with that. First of all, she showed up with this doll, and y'all, let me know what that doll. I hope that doll. Let me know what that doll is. I think it's. Excuse me. I hope it's not Jesus, but that doll, like, she showed up with that doll, giving me conjuring effects. Annabelle. She showed up with the doll, rude, not us really speaking, just didn't even speak to Kai, just acting rude, just the whole energy to poison the atmosphere. And I'm like, oh my goodness, because everything was going good, you know, Gavin and Kai's together, and it was just like, oh, and then, you know, Terrence and Wesley, like, are, you know, they doing their thing, and it's just like the boys, and it's just going really well. And then here come the devil trying to send a agent, a spawn, to come and mess things up. So my whole thing was that her energy, the way Aunt Susan showed. First of all, her name, the actor who played her, because Cause I was mad, y'all. I was mad. She had me hot. So I'm like, girl, you're a good actor, sweetie, cause you did your job. I was hot, honey. The way she didn't speak. Who is this? Asking questions. Who is your friend? How is he here? Grab these bags. And then I'm gagging how they was in the kitchen and she just like Aunt Susan just going off the whole like give me hey Aunt Susan was just going off from the jump, y'all. Hold on, cause I think I got some. I'm sorry, y'all. I got this hair. I'm trying to get this hair in my eye. This hair in my eye. Where is it? Is this it? Okay. No, I still. Where is this hair? Okay, I got it. Susan, honey, was going off from the jump, and I'm gagging out when they was in the kitchen. And she was just talking. And Kai said, and ain't nothing wrong with that, Kai. Kai was like, babe, look, and babe and Susan. He said, bro, I laughed so hard. But baby, you fine, Kai. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Where's my brush? Cause this hair is okay. This hair, y'all. Sorry. Ain't nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that, Kai. Look, you in the comfort of your man's home. That's a little babe. It would have been, and we'd have been in that kitchen. Look, yeah, you heard right. I thought that was hilarious. And then when she so-called cooks and Gav and Kai was at the table and Terrence and Wesley had came to the table. Just her whole energy. I'm sorry. And Susan went ahead and got put out because you're not finna sit here and just she was just throwing, y'all, Cross Tiger Hidden Dragon. She was just throwing Blaze everywhere. Blaze, constantly throwing shade. Like, constantly. Like, everything that came out her mouth was negative. Like, and honey, like, at the table talking about how was like, what, like that should be keep that to yourself. At the table, just talking to them about, like, she thought Gal was gonna be gay. She would be disappointed. Telling the granny that it was just a phase, and that, like, girl, and it's, to me, it's like she know I experienced something similar. To me, it was like Aunt Susan knows, but they're not gonna say nothing. But they're just gonna, like, she know Gal gay. She know, but she not gonna say it. She just gonna attack him the way she did. And that really, y'all, when I tell you when Gab had tuned her out, y'all, I really like got chills because it was bringing me back to my childhood. Like, I really understood that. Like, just people in their poor opinions, and just dumb and just spitting out things they really don't know much about, and just being hateful and being disrespectful and just, being evil. And I didn't like how she was just, I'm telling you, the entire time she was just spitting poison out, negativity, attacking, throwing Blaze, stabbing, you name it, shocking, throwing shade. And when Gav tuned her out, y'all, I got chills, like, because I felt that, like, it really brought me back to my childhood. Like, when somebody just being ignorant and talking about something they really don't know much about, but they're talking about you, but they're gonna go around like how she did with, she ain't necessarily you're gay, but she's like, oh, I was, throwing little jabs. Yeah, I was talking to the granny and I would be disappointed if you gay. Like, I did not like that, y'all. Like, that pissed me off. And I'm telling y'all, she would have been outside, she would never step foot in that house. And then another thing I did not like is about, it came off to me when she was talking about, like, oh, she had gay friends at the church and stuff. To me, that came off as like people that be like, oh, no one's gay, as long as they're not my children or they're not my family, that's gay, but the neighbor's kid is gay, that's fine. I didn't like that type of energy, how she was saying, like, oh, the gays at the church, they perform beautiful activities, or she go to them, she get their makeup and all that, and it's just like, girl, we're not here to service you. Like, I didn't really like that, and that came off as like that, like, oh, they can be gay, they're not in my family, and I really don't fool with them, but I go to them for certain things, but look, we are magical. She said we do some good activities at the church, but I didn't like that. Y'all, did not like that, because that came off to me as like, oh, they're not in my family, it's okay, but long as Gab not gay. So y'all, I'm telling you, Aunt Susan, honey. Look, give me 2 seconds. I'm telling you, Aunt Susan would not step foot in that house. And then, like I told y'all, the whole time Aunt Susan was just throwing jabs, especially attacking Gab. I really caught like how she was telling, oh, you need to go stay with Aunt Myra, and I'm gonna take over the house and your grandma's house and my son Enzo. It really came off to me that she was just trying to get Gab out, so she can just live there and take over the business or whatever. You know, Gab was over the apartments or whatever. To me, it was just the whole visit of Aunt Susan, y'all, if y'all ask me, was only to come to wreak havoc and to get Gab out so she can live in the grandma's house up and, you know, and mess things up and take over the business. I love how Gab was, you know, handling his business, you know, taking care of financial things, going through it as, you know, it's COVID. So, but in the same time, taking care of his business, being, you know, responsible, he's also blessing people. Like, people lost their job, the tenants, you know, and he's allowing them to stay there and they're gonna pay him back. That was just beautiful to me, and I really was like, oh, my man, like, I really was like, that's amazing. Like, and Gab, like, everything he was doing, not only are you know, handling your business, you're responsible, you're in school, you're doing all this stuff, you're also helping someone in a hard time. And I love that about Gab. And I did not like Aunt Susan just attacking him, like, why are you letting them live there? I gotta, why? Honestly, Aunt Susan was just mad because where she stays, she about to get put out, and ain't nobody letting her stay there, like how Gab is blessing, you know, the tenants. But I'm telling y'all, I caught that, look, me and my cousin who was watching it, I caught that she really was just trying to manipulate Gab, get him out, and so she can take over the business and run things her way. Because I'm sure wherever Aunt Susan probably got put out, showing up at the house, wherever she came from, it's not going well. And I didn't like that. And I love how Gab, first I love Gab's peace, how he was being very respectful to her. Because honey, I would have been, y'all, the movie would have been 5 minutes over. In 5 minutes, Jay, wow, just give me 5 minutes. The movie would have been over after 5 minutes if I was in it. I loved how he was respectful, but I like how she was, you know, she was attacking him, and he said, what about your son Enzo? Is he still seeing his, you know, his ex-girlfriend's baby? Is he still, you know, and she, like trying to, yeah, sis, back up. Like, don't do it. Do not do it. I love how Gab stood up to her, like, girl, get back. Like, cause she was just, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. Like, she was just, I'm telling y'all, the devil sent the agent. Because she was just attacking like non-stop, and I'm glad, you know, Gab was like, get off of me, like, girl, what about your son? And it calmed her down, and look, yeah, sis. So that had me gagging. And I also loved how Kyle was talking to Terrence and Wesley about Aunt Susan, like, you know, just how she is and how she doing. And Wesley was like, honey, my attitude. Wesley was like, he said, I like how they was like, let's just give it to Gab, because Wesley was like, my attitude, like, Wesley was like, I'm not playing no games with that lady. But I thought that was interesting, just them talking and how they said it was gonna give it to Gab, because honey, look, I'm Wesley in that situation, because it gets to a point where, like, it's like a pot boiling water. Like, the water can, you know, and it only can contain so much before it overflows. And Sus was really at the edge, y'all. Sus was really, and it was very, I'm telling y'all, it was so many situations that I could relate to. Just the homophobic, just everything she was saying, being homophobic, you know, just being just cutthroat with that. I really felt that. I really felt that. And I'm like, oh, they did that. But yeah. Y'all, and what really had bothered me is when Gab was getting Kyle's bed ready on the couch or whatever, and you know, Kyle was like, why can't I sleep with you? You know, we got a surveillance camera moving around this house. I didn't like how it just really, like, my heart fell out my chest when Gab was saying when he was young how Susan lied to his granny and was like she taking him to church, but she really took him to get an exorcism, trying to like, they was trying to do exorcism on him and was like praying around him and saying he possessed by a bad spirit and all of this and he's gonna go to hell. And it really like, a key from that was when Gav said that it made him hate himself even more. When I tell y'all I related to that, I really related to that so much. Like when how much, like me growing up in the church, like, and just really, I like the way I grew up in the church. It was like I always like I can't even speak. When I grew up in the church, I always looked for Jesus, like always. And growing up and out hearing them things, you're going to hell, you know, all that, it can kind of really take a toll on you, especially who you are as a person, because it's your identity that's getting attacked. Like, seriously, someone telling you that you're old, like you're an abomination, like you're going to hell, like throw you in the trash, and then there's like no way around it, you know, just very cutthroat. And I really felt that, y'all, and it really, like, I'm talking about, y'all, I was like, they did this movie because the stuff they're putting in here is stuff that people need to see and people need to like watching, because that was when he said it made him hate himself even more. It's like growing up, you're trying to figure out who you are, and then you haven't even figured out who you are fully, and you're getting attacked already that you're going to hell, or you're an abomination, or you're this, or you that. And that really, like, I felt some type of way about that. And I'm like, Aunt Susan, how dare you try to, you know, that's not to me, that's not no church. That's a cult, honey. That was a cult. That's not a church. That was a cult, honey. That's what I saw. And it just really, I really felt Gav with that, and him saying that, him seeing Aunt Susan, you know, it brought back all those bad memories. And when he said that, I'm telling you, what did I tell y'all? Aunt Susan, when they made it through their house and the bad memories came back, honey, she'd have been out there holding that doll. I'm telling y'all. But I really felt that, and I'm like, y'all did that, putting this in the movie, because that is like very serious. The people need to see this. Those who don't get it need to see this, and those who understand, that's very important to me. And I was so happy to see they put that in the movie about them trying to do it, like Aunt Susan trying to do an exorcism on him. Her whole character, I'm glad they put her in there because people need to see this. And you know, so that really, like, I was through, y'all. I was like, ooh, I was through with that situation. How dare you, Aunt Susan? Oh my goodness, y'all. I also loved how you know, Gav's grandmother, you know, raised him right and raised him to be himself, and to, you know, to show him nothing's wrong with him, and just being there to console him, you know, in all that darkness. It was some Dark Vader, you know, all that dark, all that stuff going on. I'm glad his grandmother, you know, was there to be, you know, raised him right. As we can see Gav, how he act. He decent. His grandma raised him right, and I'm glad that she was there to, you know, console him and raise him to be himself, because there was a lot of trickery and a lot of agents of the night, you know, around him. And I loved how Kyle was like, let's replace all the bad memories with happy and gay memories. I was like, yes, period. I was like, oh, I love that. And here we go, y'all. Back to The Conjuring. Baby, like I said, Aunt Susan throwing blaze at this dinner table. Why is she saying, something fishy about Terrence and Wesley? Like, I'm talking about just attacking them, y'all. Just something fishy. Oh, who knows what they're doing? Like going off. And baby, Kyle was just at that table like, Kyle, I was like, here it come. Because she was just like, I'm talking about everything, like, just being just I don't care what, like, that was just so disrespectful. Like, but people in my family, I have been in a situation like that, but that's the utmost disrespectful, like, thing you can do is sit here and be saying stuff like that or talking about somebody like that. I don't care what it's about. No, we don't do that. And she was just going in on Wesley and Terrence. Oh, what they doing up there? Oh, they rich. They order food. Girl, they order food because Wesley didn't want to look. So that's why they wasn't down there. And honey, Aunt Susan just started going ham on Terrence and Wesley, going ham, and you could just know Kyle was just speaking. Kyle was just like, you know, what's wrong with that? Just speaking. And then Gav was, you know, trying to you know, baby tuning it out, but he was trying to deflate Aunt Susan, and he said some word, I guess it's gay slang, and she was like I guess it's like a word that's like gay slang, and she was like, don't say that, people might think you're gay, you know, just throwing shade. I'm gonna take you to church, honey, and Kai snapped, honey. I can't do this. Like the insults, yes, honey. He was like, I can't do this. She's not gonna, you know, she insulting you. She insulted. I'm sorry. And I laughed because Susan was like, why you always saying something? You always saying something when I'm saying something, because you need to hush. That baby, Kyle was just going ham at her. I know you look an elder, but I respect those who respect me, honey. Kyle was not having it no more, and I love that, baby, because somebody had to somebody had to speak up to that, because baby, and Susan went far. She went, y'all, and Susan went past Earth's orbit the way she was acting, like she was doing the most. And honey, baby Kai was going ham on Aunt Susan. They was just going back and forth. And I was like, oh my goodness, like. And Gav just stood up and was like, don't talk to my boyfriend like that. And Susan, what? Gav said, look, that my boyfriend, you don't insult my baby. And I said, yes. Look, I was like, yes, baby, speak. And Kai got so happy, but I was like, yes. And then she was like something, she said something like, God gonna be angry. I can't remember like specifically what she said, like something you upset God, or I don't know. And baby, y'all, Key, like, take back. Key, Kai said, don't use God's name to perpetuate your hate. Hold on, class. Get out your pencils. We're gonna write this down. Let's write it down. Don't use God to perpetuate your hates. That's honestly, Gameboys the movie. That should be the name of the movie. Don't use God to perpetuate your hate, because I felt that, and I'm like, period, yes. Because a lot, you know, everybody try to do that, don't even know God. I'm not even gonna say that. That's throwing. I can't be. Look, I can't make it too personal. I get in trouble too. But a lot of that is you know, a lot of people be speaking of things that they not even a part of, and that's exactly what they be doing, is doing that. And I was like that was award winning for me, y'all. That's my favorite part, because Kai wrapped it up, put it in the box, sealed it, and he sent it on Susan way, and look, Katana finished her. Mortal Kombat, Katana wins. It was the end. And then here we go. And then when I thought it couldn't get any worse, Aunt Susan brings up Aunt Mara, and Gal didn't know that Aunt Mara, you know, has his favorite aunt has stage 3 cancer, and the way she just used that as a weapon and threw it at Gal. First of all, it wasn't her business to tell. We know that, you know, Aunt Mara didn't want Gal to know, but that really pissed me off. I thought it couldn't get any worse. She threw that in Gal's face. Oh, and by the way, Aunt Mara has stage 3 cancer. What? Y'all, I'm about to start speaking another language. That didn't have nothing. Y'all, this video can't get taken down. Hold on. That didn't have nothing to do with what was going on Susan. You do it on the floor. Kai picked it up and threw it back at you. Clean it up. Don't sit here and try to have anything. Aunt Myra's situation, her having cancer, didn't have anything to do with them being gay, didn't have anything to do with them at their house, didn't have anything to do with Aunt Susan. So I didn't like how Aunt Susan brought that up to just use it as a weapon against Gab. Like, that was not right. And that's why I said I felt like the entire time Aunt Susan was manipulating him, and she used that. I'm sorry. She used Aunt Myra to still manipulate him just because he's who he is. Like, sis, get your life together and think about what's important to you. What's important to him is you needs to go. What's important to him is Kai. What's important to him is Aunt Myra. What's important to him is Terrence and Wesley. What's important to him is Pearl and Kel. But Aunt Susan is not on that list. You need to go. I did not like that at all. I did not like that at all. It was clear that she used it as a weapon, and what we know is it wasn't even her business to tell. Myra did not want Gal to know. She wanted to handle it on her own because we know she didn't want to take the pity card. So I just felt like, Aunt Susan, that was it for you, sweetie. It's time to go. Like, how dare you? And then, y'all, I cried. I'm gonna be honest. I cried when Gal broke down. First of all, Koi, you are all of y'all are. Koi, you're a very good actor, sweetie. That part, like, I cried because I felt that. Like, I know I can relate to a lot, but I felt like when he broke down, y'all, my heart just stopped beating. I was like, oh my goodness. Look what you did, Aunt Susan. And I'm glad that that was the end for her. Like, they did right by putting her in the movie just enough time and taking her, snatching her out, abducting her, aliens abducting her and getting her out of there. Cause girl, I couldn't handle, that was like the peak for me, the pot boiling over. I could not handle Aunt Susan no more, y'all. So it was so, good to see that she was out of here after that. Cause I couldn't, y'all. That, oh my goodness. Like, Gal fell out, like, he broke down. That really hurt me, y'all. Like, oh my goodness. Oh. Y'all. And then I just love how Terrence and Wesley was just, doing their thing, honey. I don't know about y'all, but I sensed them like, oh, they about to get their own spinoff. Are they about to get their own spinoff? Cause I kind of felt them vibes. So I hope so. And then y'all, out of all the darkness, out of all the Dungeons and Dragons, out of all the the evil, angel comes, Pearl. And let me tell y'all, when Pearl got that car, runways shut down. Baby, Pearl got that car, look, shut the runways down, shut down Boulevard, like, flawless, beautiful. Like, I just love Pearl. Pearl is that friend to have. I have a friend like that, blessed to have her. Cause Pearl is a day one, and I just love Pearl. When Pearl came on the scene, honey, it was like all that darkness, gone. And they was working on a little project. I love how Kyle was talking to Pearl about, Aunt Susan, and just he worried about Gal, and immediately Pearl, knew. She said, what, Aunt Susan bad news. Like, Pearl already knew, like, Aunt Susan bad news, and I guess Kyle was, worried about Gab, gone and whatever, he didn't know. And I like how Pearl was just explaining to him how, since Gab's grandmother passed away, Myra just felt responsible to take care of Gab, but you happened. Yes, honey, you happened. And, so she consoled him, and she contacted Kel, honey, to come help out, with the festivities, honey. And then Kel, Kill This Love, shows up, with his cute mask, just giving the energy, talking to everybody. And honey, Terrence and Wesley come out that front door holding hands. Baby, Kel, the shut down, and immediately turned to Pearl. Did you set me up? And Pearl was like, what? I didn't know. I blocked him. Pearl was like, girl, look, you should have told. Honestly, Pearl, she didn't say it, but Pearl was just like, you should have told us. Like, we didn't know. He was like, I blocked him. But I laughed because, honey, Kel was going out, but he hit that. He said, I am not emotionally prepared for this encounter, honey. That had me gagging because he spoke from his heart. He said, I can't handle this. But I did not like, babe, you didn't have to go off on Pearl like that. Pearl was just trying to console you and be there. We know Pearl is an angel, honey. And I got this. Like, whoa, not Pearl. Like, she didn't know. Pearl didn't set you up, honey. So they're kind of like, girl, like, calm down, sis. But I like how he said that I'm not emotionally prepared for this encounter, because he spoke the truth, honey. But it's like, boo, you should have went all the way in, but you was holding on to Terrence with that. You blocked him, but you was still listening to that video. See, so they were arguing, and oh my goodness, just honey, Terrence And Kel, you know, just he was trying to, you know, talk to Kel. He was going off. I love how Pearl had grabbed Wesley, snatched him, and took him in the house, honey. Cause Wesley, babe, Wesley, like he was trying to say something smart. They ran in the house. But y'all, oh my goodness, you know, just the fighting and just all of that caused Gav to break down, and he was just having like flashbacks of Susan saying those mean things to him, and you know, just about Mara having cancer, and he really broke down, y'all. Until my heart stopped. I'm like, oh my goodness, like, oh my goodness, like my heart stopped, like, no, oh my goodness. And he ran into the car, and you know, Kai chased after him, and you know, he didn't want to open the door, and I'm glad he eventually opened the door for Kai and let Kai in, and they drove, you know, and they left. I was just like, oh my goodness, I was so worried because honestly, the trailer it did not do this movie no type of justice. It was tenfold more. Like the trailer gave us like crumbs compared to what was really going on. Like, and I was worried, like I thought he was gonna like drive off, you know, something you just don't know. So I was like glad that, you know, he let Kai in the car and they went to the beach. Oh my goodness, y'all, and the beach was beautiful. Like them on the beach, oh, it was just, look, I even got peace just seeing that part, and I was so glad that they can get away and, you know, escape from that. Like it was like they were getting peace on the beach, and it was just beautiful. Like the whole kiss, like them talking, like the way it was filmed on the beach was just beautiful to me, and I just loved it on the beach. That was, I loved it. Even in the trailer when they were on the beach, just the way they filmed it, and that's just a beautiful moment. So I like that. And honey, yes, Gav and Kai, no matter what, hashtag. I loved it. I'm glad that, you know, after that, you know, Gav was feeling better. He contacted Myra, and Myra in his face, just when he like got on the call with her, like, oh, I was like, oh no, like I felt that, like he was so sad because unfortunately, Satan's agent, Aunt Susan, you know, wasn't her business to tell him that, and now, you know, Myra couldn't do it how she wanted to do it, and it's so interesting the way Aunt Susan was acting and talking. It showed did not meet up to what, like Gab was saying, Aunt Susan could be lying. It showed didn't match up to what Aunt Myra was saying. Aunt Myra gave a whole different story. So I was just like, oh, I'm glad she gone, Aunt Susan gone. But she, you know, just felt responsible, you know, since Gab's grandmother passed, and she just want to take care of him, and she was just like, I want to take care of you while I can, and it's like nowhere around it. Like Gab has to go to New York. Come on, Gameboys taking over New York, season 2, but it's nowhere around it, and that's okay, you know, because she's ill and she wants to be, you know, be there for him while she can. So I didn't see nothing wrong with that, but I just was like, it's so interesting how we get to see Aunt Myra and what she's saying to Gab, and it doesn't match up to what Aunt Susan was saying, and you know, and I just didn't like how Aunt Susan just, you know, told that, and it wasn't up for her to tell. That was Aunt Myra's business. But yes, I love when they were singing, y'all. It was beautiful, little Pokemon hats, and I love how, my heart was warm. Like I love how Kai was crying, and like that was the song. I was just like, it's just, it just warmed my heart. I love the time capsule. Look, yeah, they about to make me go in my backyard. Look, I want to do a time capsule. I always want to do a time capsule since middle school. But I thought that was so cool. You know, just the energy of them and just them being together. It was, y'all, I'm telling you, it was like season 1, but times 10. Like, it was just amazing. Like, the love. Oh, y'all, I need to get my fan for this next subject. Y'all, the sex scene. Y'all, the sex scene was just beautiful. Honey. I don't know what I can say and what I can't say on YouTube, but the sex scene, y'all, was just everything. Like, I love how just it was how they, you know, it wasn't like no, oh, they were dating, let's, you know, let's do this. I love how it was like, to me, from season 1 to the movie, it was like perfect timing. Like the way Kai held out, look, it just was perfect. Like everything that happened, him talking to Aunt Myra, like all of it, I don't know, everything, like, I don't know, the sex scene, look, them finally getting busy, look, getting jiggy with it. It was perfect timing, like, and it was beautiful, girl. Switching positions, changing spots. I don't want to say too much because I ain't trying to get this video snatched, but y'all, you know, we look, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, it was beautiful. Like love, y'all, Kokoy, Lisha. I might be pregnant. I don't know, y'all might be pregnant. I don't know who the baby with. I don't know who the daddy is. Wesley, Terrence. But y'all, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment, and it was just timed right. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like the way they did the movie, everything was just like timed right, and it came like it couldn't come any later. Like it was beautiful. Like I was like, my babies, they growing up. Like dang, look, we honey. Like we went from look, I ain't gonna say we went from Disney Channel to HBO, but they not giving no Disney Channel. Oh my goodness, and y'all, I was like, no, it's the end is coming, the end is coming. When they were all leaving, that's why I was like, Terrence and Wesley, they about to get their own spin-off or something, because the way they was together, I'm just like, but I'm supporting them. Like I would love to see them have their own spin-off, whatever, you know, more of them. I need it. I love how they were all leaving. I'm glad that Kel, you know, came to terms with moving on and really gonna move on all the way, and was able to just, you know, not snap or just, you know, they were all able to be cordial towards each other. So, you know, he said bye or whatever to Wesley and Terrence. Y'all, this just may be me, but did y'all see how Terrence was looking at Gav? Like the way Terrence was looking at Gab was like, honey, like there's love still there. Like Terrence was looking at Gab like, I don't know if it's just me, but I was like, Terrence is looking at Gab, honey. Now you be looking at Wesley, look. But I don't know if that's just me. And then, you know, Pearl, oh y'all, I was about to cry when Pearl started crying. I was like, oh Pearl, like, oh that's my boo. Like, it just lightens the movie. Pearl brightens it up every time. Like I was like, oh no. And then, oh y'all, what really, like, I was just bawling was when they were like, you know, the driver's gonna take me out front, the driver's gonna take me out through the back. Do not look back, no more looking back, no more crying. That, like, y'all, I was like, oh my goodness, trying not to cry, like, oh no. And then oh, and like, oh my goodness, I'm like, no, this ending, this movie about to end. And then when Kai's like in the car with the driver, he's like, he's gonna look back. He's gonna look back, and he looked, and oh my God, Gal was running, y'all. My heart melted. I was like, oh my goodness, I need another 2 hours. But it was beautiful. The ending was just, the song, everything, y'all, was beautiful. So I'm gonna give this movie a 10 out of 10, a 5 out of 5, a 4 out of 4, 100 out of 100. This movie is beautiful. It was like, I don't know what I was expecting the movie to be. It was a million times whatever my expectations was. The movie blew past whatever I thought it was gonna be. Like, I was hooked from beginning to end. Again, like I said, it literally, I feel like, you know, we've been waiting on a movie, waiting on season 2. It didn't skip a beat. Like when the movie came on, I feel like I had went back in time, or I was put back where Gameboys ended. Like, it literally picked up right away. I got like all my love back. Like, I was like, oh, I'm missing this. but the movie blew my expectations. This is one of my archive movies. Look, it's gonna go next to my, you know, Fifth Element, next to my BAPS, my movies that are at DVD Blu-ray. I need this movie on Blu-ray. And I need my poster too, 50 Shades of Grey. But this movie literally is a movie that needs to be in the world. This is not only a movie that all, you know, LGBTQ plus, everyone needs to, the world needs to see this movie. This is a movie that needs to be out in the world, and people need to see this, because there were so many keys in it, so many. I love how they had different situations, you know, different gay situations. You know, Gab dealing with Aunt Susan. Terrence, you know, parents put him out. Wesley is in the closet. You even got Kel, like, trying to move on from a gay relationship. Like, all these different, Kai there for his man, but all these different scenarios. And it was just amazing. And this is a movie that the world needs to see. And all I want to say to my gays, my LGBTQ plus, is we are all, not just me, but I'm still talking to you, are truly extraordinary, amazing, beautiful, and very strong. We're probably the strongest beings on this earth. As much as just wickedness and just homophobia and trauma that we go through, and we're still able to smile, we're still able to bless others, and we're still able to throw our glitter on, you know, a friend or a family member to lift them up. So I just want to tell you, to my LGBTQ plus family, like, y'all are amazing. And this movie just showed how much, like, how Gab is, how kind he is, he smiles, but look at what he went through, and look at what, you know what I'm saying, not just him, but everyone. So my, like, look, my wig go off to my brothers and sisters, and cause, honey, literally, like, we are very strong, and there is nothing that we cannot get through, baby. Nothing. And I just love this movie. It was amazing. And I feel like the world needs to see it. And two of the my favorite main takeaways from the movie is when Kai said, do not use God to, you know, perpetuate your hate. And Gab, when he was saying that he hated himself even more. Those are my two takeaways, because I understood them clearly. How you're dealing with, even myself, you're dealing with, you know, when I was younger, you're dealing with trying to figure out who you are, and you have someone that's telling you you're this, something that you're not, and telling you going to hell, telling you this, telling you that, which is not true. And you're young, you don't know, because you're trying to figure out who you are. So it really makes you, you know, I've been there, like, hated myself, because I don't, you know, you get all these lies that are told to us, this veil is over us, you know. So I understood that. That's my takeaway. What Gab said there about him hating himself even more, and Kai, don't use God to perpetuate your hate. That's my two biggest takeaways, and some of the two biggest things that's going on. And y'all, the movie was everything, and I'm just so excited to see what is next. And I am just, y'all, like, so that's y'all, this is my very first movie review. I know I'm gonna do my little reactions, but yes, guys, I give it a 10 out of 10. Blew my expectations, like, out the water, beyond this universe. How good and amazing it was, and it was perfect, and everything was timed perfectly. I was drawn in, like I was, y'all, it didn't lose my attention. I was in, like, very good actors, all of y'all. Everybody, even Aunt Susan, honey, because she had me hot, but very talented and amazing actors. And I just love the movie. This is a movie that the world needs to see. So that's my take on it. Like, this is a movie going to my archive. I'm going to get it on DVD, Blu-ray. Like, and this is a movie that the world needs to see. And I feel like we just, I don't know, like, stuff like this I just love, because it's not enough in the world, you know what I'm saying? But it's changing, you know, it's changing. And Gameboys, it needs to be front and center, because this is a movie that the world needs to see. And yes, y'all did that. Y'all did that. Alright guys, this is Tokyo Soda Pop. Thank you so much for your love and support. Y'all, if you haven't seen the movie, I encourage you to go see it. Like, stop what you're doing. If you're at the grocery store, drop your groceries. If you're at work, leave. If you're on the game, get off the game and go see this beautiful movie. Because I feel like this is just a movie that the world needs to see. And it needs to be more movies like this. But thank you so much, guys. Let me know in the comments if you've seen the movie, if you're going to see it, or what were some of your favorite things that happened, or just let me know what you thought about the video. But guys, it's Tokyo Soda Pop. I'm sending you the peace, the love, and the light, honey. Be blessed and have a good one. And guys, be exactly who you are, honey. Call me if somebody got a problem.